Hey there, ladies and gents, what is up? This is the Mapped Out Gamer, and welcome to my first 2 Cents episode. In these kind of 2 Cents episodes, all I'm going to be doing is kind of throwing out a topic and giving my opinion. Heck, isn't that what YouTube's for, right? It's all opinion based. Today's topic is going to be on the Call of Duty movie that was announced. It's going to be in the works, perhaps maybe within the next 2 years, we will see that movie. So, some questions we got to look at: is this a good idea to begin with? And what sort of hurdles is Activision going to face kind of along that creative process? Let's play some Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So before we get into the entree, kind of the meat of the matter, I wanted to kind of serve up an appetizer. Let's be honest, video games do not translate all that well to the big screen. Man, there's few and far between that actually have hit it big. Now, there can be a number of contributing factors as to why this is, but this is how I kind of look at it. Video games and the big screen aren't mutually exclusive like types of art. They both can play in the sandbox and share the same toys. However, both works of art kind of differ from their user experience and their methodologies. Video games are more of a lean-forward experience. This approach really puts the gamer in the driver's seat. This is why they give you a controller, you kind of dictate where you want to go, and kind of, how the story goes as well, to a certain extent. On the other hand, movies are more of a lean-back experience. Sit back, grab a gallon bucket of popcorn, maybe your bonbons, and enjoy the show. Essentially, the moviegoer is riding shotgun, kind of on that linear story path. So when these two approaches kind of collide, it is rather difficult to get things just right. So that's essentially, in a nutshell, why video games and the big screen don't always mix well. Moving on. So in this case, what Activision is wanting to do is take a multi-million-dollar video game IP and translate it to the big screen. It's a pretty big endeavor that they're kind of going to be going on. This isn't going to be like what Marvel did. See, what Marvel started off with they had the comic series, right? And they already had strong character roles. They had a deep story arc for most of those characters, and they had a really immersive universe. The story arcs of Call of Duty, on the other hand, aren't exactly Oscar nominated, nor was that the original intention for them. This wasn't on purpose necessarily, since during game development you do have limited time and resources. It's up to the studio to dictate, those priorities. Do they want to lean more on multiplayer, more on single player? What kind of budget are they working? There's a lot more variables that go into it. The storylines in Call of Duty didn't really start to hold much substance till, I think, Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare. Kevin Spacey being in Advanced Warfare, actually I thought held pretty good, and he played a decent bad guy. In fact, I actually think picking up where Black Ops left off would be a nice story arc to ride. I can really foresee them kind of building off that whole brainwashed, military, what do the numbers mean, Mason, type of undercover operations theme. And you'd basically still be left with some good kind of whodunit, espionage type of scenarios for a hero to overcome. I wouldn't say, to copy Marvel exactly, shot for shot. I don't think that's the way to go. But Marvel definitely has some great lessons to be learned that Activision needs to kind of pull from and kind of apply those to their upcoming franchise. So what does Activision need to do to make this movie a success? Not only to the gaming community, but to all moviegoers. Well, somewhere, some guy in a suit is going to ask, how do we not only get gamers to watch the movie, but people outside of the gaming community? This is a very important question to ask, especially if you're a producer. For this, I got two answers. Now, this is just my opinion, right? My 2 cents. One would be to create a likable, relatable hero and stick with that one character. This essentially builds time for the audience to get attached to that hero and really get them to be relatable. Down the road, as time goes on, maybe even if you do a trilogy, that gives them time to kind of expand that character scope, maybe to other people. And I would give you Exhibit A for the Marvel Universe. There may not have so many heroes per se, but you definitely want to have time to build up that hero and get your audience attached to that hero. Secondly, this one's kind of up for debate, but I think it would work pretty well for Activision. Activision should not say this movie is based on a video game. Of course, it is in reality, but don't sell it like it is. So what this would do, I would foresee, it would open up the doors to those people kind of on the fence. Maybe they don't even know what Call of Duty is. Call of Duty is pretty popular, but I wouldn't say it's so much of a household name, at least compared to Google or Amazon. So if Activision can get people to watch, say, like a teaser trailer and say, wow, I had no idea this was a video game, this looks pretty cool, that is gold in Activision's pocket. Of course, it is very early to make any final decisions on whether I would watch a Call of Duty movie, but I think it would be pretty neat to see a film based on the Black Ops story arc. As I mentioned as well, Activision has some hurdles to get over during the creative process. If they do play their cards right and Michael Bay doesn't direct the film, they should come out with a pretty decent good popcorn popper. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know your 2 cents in the comments below. What Call of Duty game would you like to see on the big screen? And who do you think should star in the film? Let me know in the comments. Catch me on Twitter at MappedOutGamer. Peace.